One of my favorite trees is the native flowering dogwood. And this will grow all the way from Florida up to New England. It's a fantastic tree for our gardens. But our native dogwood does have a few problems. It has some disease issues. Anthracnose being one of the main disease issues on our native dogwoods. The other thing that also leads to this problem is severe time periods of drought. That puts your tree in a susceptible state for disease issues. So as you notice here, the top part of this tree has already died back. Some of these trees may die completely, but if you're lucky enough, if you have a lot of basal growth, and if you look at the bottom of this dogwood, you're going to see a lot of new growth, no real disease issues, so you can come in and prune out this dead portion and then train a couple of these, which I'm not sure which stem, and create a new tree from some of these basal shoots. So one of the things that you do need to do is wear protective eyewear and always be careful. I'm going to cut some of the top part here, but ideally I'm going to go down as close to the base as possible. And in looking at these stems here, I think this one right here looks like a good candidate for being the new trunk. But at the same time, I've got one or two here that could train into a new tree. Now, please keep in mind that you are going to want to treat this with a fungicide that will control some of the diseases that dogwoods have. You might want to spray it, and in a year or two, you're going to start training the best stem to become your new dogwood tree. This is one of my favorite trees, the smoke tree, and this variety is known as royal purple, and it's also known as cotinus. But if you look at the bottom part, if you look at the nice, rich, large leaved foliage in the bottom, really looks great. But as you work your way up the tree, the foliage is not as vibrant, the leaves are smaller, and in addition to that, unless you're viewing this tree from 50 to 100 feet away, you really may not see all of its attributes. So what I'm going to do first is trim back some of these branches, and it's easy, just be careful. Always wear protective gear. And by pruning it this way, some of this foliage is going to regrow. And by thinning out this tree, it also is going to help allow for some of these other plants to grow a little bit better. And this tree is going to come back with beautiful foliage just like this. And in about 2 years, it's going to be nice and full. I'm Mark Viette. Join me next time in the garden.
For more garden tips, go to inthegardenradio.com.